Welcome, everyone, to the Let's Talk Internet Computer podcast. Our guest today is Marcus Staedler. He's the head of sales and marketing at Papers. Papers is a Web3 venture studio founded as a software service provider developing ventures in blockchain, online security, and cryptography. Thanks for being with us, Marcus Staedler. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Javier. It's a pleasure for me too.
Great. Well, tell us more about you first. Could you introduce yourself, your background and experiences?
Yeah, I mean, I have basically also an engineering nerdy background, but then at the beginning of my career working for Microsoft, and I slightly moved to sales and marketing. And then I worked for like 2-3 startups before start working with Papers AG. Yeah, that's basically a very short summary about what I've done so far.
Great. All the companies are located in Switzerland or all around the world, or in your previous experiences, or always?
No, they were
in Zurich?
No, they were mainly based in Switzerland. I mean, exceptional, like the big ones, like Microsoft's global company, but I was working for Microsoft Switzerland. So, but the other one was like startups, like Core System was a Switzerland-based company, but they were all acting globally. So that was the interesting one. So I was always like, working in a pretty global environment, but mainly for like Swiss companies, because we have the benefit that we have a lot of very innovative companies in our country. And especially in the region of Zurich, you have a lot of fintech and innovative software companies.
Okay. Yeah, regards the Papers, the company that you are the head of sales and marketing, you are doing a great job there, like a pretty cool and different projects. But for people outside the ecosystem or that doesn't know anything about Papers, what is exactly this company? What is exactly Papers, and what is the vision of the project?
Yeah, Papers was founded around 10 years ago by 4 friends here in Canton Aargau near Zurich. And they started to do developing software, and they immediately find out that there was a big need for mobile and security software. So they were like also pretty much from the beginning working with the blockchain as soon as this technology came up. And nowadays we basically only doing Web3 technologies and some not really Web3 encryption technologies. And yeah, since like let's say 3 years, we started to using this technology and starting to build ventures with these technologies. So we founded, for example, a DeFi platform called UVES, and yeah, so we did all the technologies, and afterwards it got a big project, and we founded a venture out of it, and now it's a growing own company. And this what we're doing now with various ecosystems as well in the blockchain environment.
And Papers is focusing to elevate and support either developers and that want to build, right, and as well founders that have a Web3 venture. How Papers do this? What is the function of Papers, and what services provide exactly to developers and founders to achieve their goals?
Yes, I mean, we have about 35 developers, mainly in Switzerland. Like we're based in Zug, which is like the little Silicon Valley of blockchain technology in Switzerland. And out of there, we support various ecosystems, potential company with the technology as a software development for blockchains, and as well out of the like the sales and marketing department, we also coach these ventures to be successful in the market and help them. We as well do investment by ourselves, and we work together with various venture capitalist companies. So we have like a ecosystem of these guys which help us to found and invest in the different companies when they see potential. Yeah.
Nice. And the different vendors that you have in Papers or the different projects, I checked the web page and see these different vendors, different projects, Accurast, Airgap, and Vacon. Would you explain us briefly these three projects, the Accurast, Airgap, and Vacon, and then maybe we can dig in more in the Airgap that is more related with ICP?
I mean, Accurast is a very advanced Oracle chain. So they solve the Oracle problem, which means like bringing data to the blockchain and bringing data out of the blockchain. That's what Accurast is basically doing. The Beacon is infrastructure technology which helps blockchain to connect with wallet, with dApps, and so far it's kind of a basic layer which just makes it much easier for developers to create dApps and get access to the blockchains. The Airgap is a project which we're already running since a few years, and it got already pretty big. I mean, it's our cold wallet, because at the time Papers started doing software developed in blockchain, they realized that there was no really high secure wallet available. And that was the reason why they built it by themselves. And that's how Airgap got born.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you mentioned it's a self-custody software wallet that is supporting now and integrates the token ICP among much others, for sure. Firstly, what means for you the partnership between ICP and Papers, the Definity team and Papers, and if you work together now, what is exactly the relation? Because ICP, I think, is the most decentralized project with Definity, or try to do the most decentralized project in the future. What means for Papers this partnership?
I mean, that's exactly one thing I think that we have both in our DNA. It's this super high security, decentralized focused. I mean, ICP is very focusing on security, as we do with Airgap. I mean, Airgap means like gapped between the air, which basically is a software-based cold wallet. But I mean, what's different from us to other wallets is like we have two applications. There is one application, it's called the Vault, where you keep your private keys, and then you have your wallet, which you connect to any chain or platform. And the Vault you can put basically of any kind of device. If you have an old mobile phone which you're not using anymore, you just delete everything and put the Vault on it and completely disconnect it from the internet. And then the wallet one, you connect to the internet, and whenever you want to do a transaction, you take the device with the mobile, with the wallet, and then you scan like a QR code, which makes you the signing process. So then you always keep your private key on a place where it's completely disconnected from the internet, and that's what makes it very secure. And the other thing is, compared to this like Ledger, for example, which is very common, our software is completely open source, so everybody has access to the source code, and so we can make sure that this is and keeps high secure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also it's like I saw that the wallet, and it's pretty user friendly, easy to access and manage. For people that maybe have more questions about Airgap, it's a software wallet, right? It's a cold wallet that turns a spare mobile phone into the hardware wallet. And it achieves, as you mentioned, by using two apps, right? It's Airgap Vault and Airgap Wallet. And those can be downloaded from the App Store or Google Play Store or directly through the APK. I have more questions about the Airgap Vault and Airgap Wallet, because it's like two different apps. Me as a user, if I have my ICPs in a centralized exchange or in other wallet, and I want to transfer to the Airgap because it's more safe for me as a cold wallet. What is the process exactly? I need to download both Airgap Vault and Airgap Wallet, or just with a QR code, or how is exactly? If you mentioned before, but maybe we can dig in more in that.
I mean, it's a good question. I mean, first, probably you should not keep your coins in exchanges. I mean, we had the FTX case, so we now know it even better that we should probably not have, in general, our cryptocurrencies on exchanges. So that's the first thing. And the second thing, you're right. You have to download the Vault and the wallet, two different applications. And whenever you start downloading the Vault, you have to also the possibility to create your mnemonic, and that's also a very interesting process because we're using the randomness from various features like voice around your mobile phone, the camera, and that makes it happen that we really can get the highest randomness to create a secure mnemonic for you, which you can keep in your wallet. Then you synchronize the two application, and then you're basically ready, and then you go with your wallet, go to the exchange, normally say connect wallet, and then you regularly scan a QR code, and then you connect your wallet to the exchange, and then say okay, withdraw to the address, and you basically get the money to your wallet. And whenever you do transaction, you have to sign it through the wallet with the camera.
Okay. And Airgap use like any like seed phrase or like private keys, or how it works exactly, the passwords or the seed phrases or the keys for be safe with this wallet?
Yeah, you have, I mean, you can lock it with the code. You can use additional biometrics to really lock it. So you can use all the features, security features available on your mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
And to recover the key, there are also these different standards which are used in the industry, called, I guess, BIP 15 we're using. And there's maybe another feature what we have and many others don't. We have a social recovery possibility. That's pretty cool. So you have your main mnemonic, and then you create like 5 mnemonics out of it, and you hand it out to your family members. And then you can define that you need at least 2 or 3 mnemonics to be able to regenerate your main mnemonic. So then you go to your brother, said, oh, I need your phrase, to your sister, give me your phrase, and your mother. And with all these 3 phrases, you afterwards are able to recover the main mnemonics.
Wow, that's crazy, right? This system, I love it. It's super secure.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool approach, I think. Yes.
Yeah, because you don't only need your passwords, yeah, right? You need the passwords as well of the entire family, brother, sister, mother, whatever. Yes. Access to the money and access to the cryptos. That's crazy. That's really good approach. And I also have questions about the interoperability of Airgap Wallet. Is possible if I use other wallets, integrate the Airgap Vault with other companions? Can use Airgap Vault?
Yeah, you can also connect, for example, Vault with MetaMask.
Okay.
Which makes like MetaMask to a real cold wallet. Yes.
Okay. And any other example? I know like MetaMask is the most famous one.
Yeah, it's the most famous one.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are a few others which just in the moment don't come to my mind.
Yeah, no, but that's that you have the option to be interoperable and works with other wallets. Yes. It's really cool. And for sure, yeah, MetaMask is the famous one now. Also, which tokens are integrated on the Airgap wallet? Then for sure ICP, but you integrate in general the most famous ones, right?
Yeah, not meant. I mean, yes, we try to have the most, you can call it famous, or the project. Let's say the ecosystem we believe in, we
Uh-huh.
have on it. Yes, we should have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tezos, Cosmos, Atom, ICP for sure. It's a new one. Yeah, we see a lot of potential as well, probably in Polkadot. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean. And then based on these different standards, you also can add the various tokens. For example, if like ERC20 token, we support most of the ERC20 token as well.
Mhm. And
And
also,
with ICP, sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, and this, as well with ICP, we will integrate their standard, which will make it happen in the future when they create new parachain coins. They will also be able to get into the Airgap wallet.
Mhm. And another feature that the Airgap wallet has is a staking function, right? I saw on the webpage blockchain as Tezos, Cosmos, as you mentioned, Polkadot or Kusama can be staked, right? And get 7.5% or something like that, like an interest for the staking. That's also pretty cool, right? How is possible a wallet can do that? And if you are thinking as well, stake the ICP or not, now we have the NNS that you can stake directly on the network nervous system on Internet Computer Protocol on the brain of ICP. But if maybe you have this possibility as well in the future or now or in terms of staking and how it works exactly, I'm curious about that.
I mean, at the moment, you cannot stake with ICP. We just integrated like a transaction modus. It was mainly because we had a very cool event together with Definity in Definity Labs in Zurich. So we wanted to be ready there, so we pushed up. But we are planned to, let's say, mid-April this year, staking will be implemented for ICP as well. And we will also integrate ckBTC from ICP to the Airgap wallet. And then
Oh.
you will be able to stake directly out of the wallet. Yes.
Mhm. Awesome. And I'm curious how it was the experience in the IT labs with the other DeFi projects, with the Definity there in Zurich. And yeah, for sure, like any updates about the ckBTC, as you mentioned, the idea is integrate as well in the Airgap wallet. But yeah, maybe you can share your thoughts and opinions on how it was the meetings and the different.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of great energy there, very interesting people, super globally from all over the world, very open, supportive, positive, Definity team. I mean, it was really cool. I mean, the founders, everybody from Definity was there. I mean, you could talk to everybody. You just can pass by and talk to the CTO and CEO and all the other guys. So it's very cool. So get very easy access to everybody. And we already could discuss a lot of ideas. I mean, ICP is also doing a lot of cool stuff with identity. I mean, identity is a very big thing, and it's not solved so far. They have now new ways of, yeah, using identities directly on the blockchain. And as well, we are thinking about now integrating even this identity into the Airgap wallet, because somewhere you need to kind of store it, probably recover the identity. So there's a very, very interesting ideas and projects going on there.
You mean the internet identity? Once you access to the internet identity, the ICP, like the idea is like,
Yes.
oh, okay, okay, that sounds really good. As well, the Bitcoin integration and the ckBTC token, right? The idea is like put on the
Yeah.
Airgap. Mhm. Perfect. Also, yeah, you mentioned before about the self-custody, where Airgap Wallet can generate and manage the private keys offline in a cold storage. My question here is more in terms of trust, in terms of clients, reliable. Tell us more about Papers as a secure Swiss company. Definity as well is like a Swiss company, and the Papers as well. In terms of mobile security experience, audits by third parties, accessibility, transparency of the information, because as you mentioned before, Airgap is fully open source on GitHub. Yeah, any thoughts about that, or tell us more about this trust with clients in terms of be like a Swiss company, secure Swiss company?
I mean, it's a bit different in various projects, but yeah, as you mentioned, like when you take Airgap, I mean, this is completely open source, just because we really want to be the most secure wallet into the market. Sure, Switzerland has a good reputation, and it helps to be a Swiss company in the environment of security and blockchain. As this is probably because of our long banking tradition, which was also focusing on security, reputation, personal contacts, and everything. And we also have a lot of very valuable and good engineers in Switzerland, which really able to use the latest technology. Yes, audit-wise, we did different audits as well. Airgap has already done a lot of audits. And that was also the reason why we did not integrate like nearly every chain. So we wanted to only focusing not on everybody, so on really the one projects we believe in it, so that we really could do the nicely effort for security work and do reviews to be really sure that this is going to be secure at the end. So we were not so focusing on like mass and spread. We were really focusing on high security.
Mm-hmm. That is the best approach, in my opinion. In terms of the team form, Papers and Airgap Wallet, are you currently in the expansion phase? You mentioned that you have 30 developers in Zurich. Yeah, in terms of the team, how many people are now working in Papers and Airgap Wallet project? If the idea is for this 2023 or maybe for next year, thinking in expansion. And also, my question is if now it's only operate on Switzerland, is the HQ there, or you have another locations, another offices all around the world?
No, so far we're pretty based in Switzerland. We have some people in Germany and Portugal, but it's really one of our main, let's say, values to keep the team on site. So we do not want to get too much distributed, at least not for development. I mean, it can be different, like for sales, support, whatever. But like for the development part, it makes sense if these people are here. And we also try not that, for sure, we have like a product owner for every project, which is responsible, product manager, program manager, whatever, like a normal software hierarchy. But we also try to change the internal teams, so different people working as well on different projects, or they're working a while for one project and after a while they change to another project, to really, yeah, keep them turning in it bound, to keep the work interesting, to get more inputs on the different projects, because people working maybe too long on various projects, they get a little bit of tunnel view. So yes, that's how we work on that.
Perfect. And yeah, my last question is more regards the marketing side. As you work as the head of sales and marketing, what is your strategies or what is your ways to spread the word about this cool project, Airgap Wallet? Honestly, I think at this now, even if the team has like 10 years of experience and work founded like 10 years ago, in the ICP ecosystem, we have different wallets. I think the most secure is this one, the Airgap Wallet, but it's pretty new. Also, the agreement or the partnership with Affinity and with ICP is pretty new as well. What is your idea for get massive adoption in terms of users, in terms of the ICP family? use the Airgap wallet instead of other wallets. I'm not sure because I'm talking just for the ICP community, but I'm not sure the Cosmos or Polkadot or Tesos community, if you have like more long-term relation with them for sure. What is the marketing strategy for this, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, the marketing for like Airgap is mostly done by a colleague from me. That's Nick. Just not that everybody thinks that I'm doing it. It's Nick is a really marketing guy for the Airgap. But sure, I mean, like let's say the relationship with ICP is pretty new. I mean, more or less how it's happened in life. It got a bit more like randomly happen. So basically, to be honest, the idea came. It's actually a funny story. They are like very near to the lake, and I from time to time go on the weekend to the lake, and it's always very hard to find a parking. And they are in a street very near to the lake, but there are always some parking lots, and they're most of the time free. And I don't really know why, but I guess people think that it's not allowed to park because it's just very in front of the houses, and it really looks like they depend to the house, and it's not allowed. But it's allowed, you have to pay. And I always park there, just really in front of the Definity office, and always looked at this sign there, and always was like, this looks cool, just a sign. And I think after the third, fourth time, I really checked basically what they're really doing. And then I said, wow, that's really cool. And then we got into it, and then I started contacting them. Hey, that would be super nice. And that's how we got in contact, basically. So
nice. Good story.
And yeah, I mean, I really hope now with Airgap we can really grow in the ecosystem. Now, yeah, we did like the first integration. We'll add some more features. I mean, there are some. It is a DeFi platform from the United States called, what is this, Finterest, right? And we also talked to these guys. I mean, that could also be interesting to have integration with them, because when you have ckBTC, you could use it as collateral for the DeFi platform. And there's a lot of ideas going on. And what is also really cool, as people are so near, we also can meet physically. I mean, otherwise in crypto is you only meet virtually all over the world. But it's also very cool if you have like some from time to time kind of physical meetings. It makes it also easier, and as they're so near as well geographically, it's very easy to talk to these people as well.
Mm-hmm. Great, yeah, sounds good. For people who listen, in Zurich, near to the definitive HQ, the parking is public, right? It's not private. People can park.
It's public, yeah, but don't tell them now. It will be always.
It's like
yeah.
We don't need to share.
It still costs 7 francs an hour, so which is like $7 an hour. So it's still horrible expensive, but at least it's free often.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Marcus. I'm not sure if you want to share with the ICP audience, with the Let's Talk ICP podcast, any other thing, maybe thoughts for the future, maybe any milestone or roadmap for the next years. I'm not sure exactly. If you want to say something more for the end of this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, first I want to thank you and to the people listening to the podcast for sure. And I just can say, try it out, the Airgrap wallet, and convince yourself of all the functionality we have and of the security. So you can have a lot of cryptocurrency and still sleep well during the night, because everything is safe in our app. Yeah, regarding the upcoming stuff in the future, I already mentioned, or you mentioned as well, we will integrate staking for ICP, which is really cool. We will integrate ckBTC, and this will happen until middle of April. We will launch it. And yeah, then we start thinking about the identity story I talked to you. And yeah, maybe next step or interesting thing is also like the DeFi platform, as we already have a DeFi platform on another chain. So we already have quite a lot of experience there. So we would be really interested to build some great stuff there. And on the other hand, if you have any great idea what could be done on ICP, or if you need any technical support or any other support, just reach out to us. And we are very willing to interact and help.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, definitely we'll do. And they're so excited, these different projects for ICP community integrations about the staking, the identity, the DeFi, not sure with Pinterest or with other projects, but it's like super exciting and super interesting things for the next quarters. And yeah, thanks a lot, Marcus, for your time today, for sharing with Let's Talk ICP audience these super cool and interesting projects. All the best for this 2023. I hope see you soon and hear good news about the projects. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks you too, Javier. Thanks a lot.
Take care. See you.